guys, today I'm going to look at how to talk about your preferences. This function is very similar to topic 34 where we looked at how to make comparisons. We're using the Hoga E pattern today. So on the first slide, we're looking at how to ask someone which activity they prefer doing. We start with our first activity with our verb in its plain form, followed by no to. Then our second activity with our verb again in plain form, followed by no to. And then we finish with either dochi no hou ga ii desu ka or dochi no hou ga suki desu ka. There is a subtle difference between the two endings. Ii desu ka is more like which is better, and suki desu ka is more like which do you like better. So let's take a look at our examples. Which do you prefer, eating with chopsticks or eating with a fork? お箸で食べるのとフォークで食べるのとどっちの方がいいですか? Here we can see our first activity is eating with chopsticks, お箸で食べる, and the verb 食べます has been changed into its plain form, which is 食べる. We then follow with the second activity, which is eating with a fork, フォークで食べる, and again the verb 食べます has been changed into its plain form. Finally, then we finish with どっちの方がいいですか, which effectively means which do you prefer or which is better. Let's take a look at our second example. Which do you prefer, going out to see a movie or watching a video at home? 映画を見に行くのとうちでビデオを見るのとどっちの方が好きですか? Here we can see our first activity is going out to see a movie. 映画を見に行く. In this case, we're using the grammatical function go and do something, which is covered in Obento Supreme Unit 4 tutorials. Our verb ikimasu has been changed into its plain form iku. We then have our second activity, which is watching a video at home. うちでビデオを見る. And again, our verb mimasu has been changed into its plain form, miru. Finally, we have attached the phrase どっちの方が, and in this instance, we're finishing with 好きですか? So in this example, the translation would be more accurately, which do you like better, instead of which do you prefer. Essentially, it means the same thing, but it's still important to note the subtle difference. So on our second slide, we can see how to answer the question from the first slide by stating that you prefer A over B and so on. So we take our preferred activity and keep the verb in its plain form and then finish with 方がいいです or 方が好きです. For example, if we prefer eating with chopsticks, we can say お箸で食べる方がいいです. Likewise, if we prefer watching a video at home instead of going out, we can say うちでビデオを見る方が好きです. Now, please note that no does not come before hoga in the answer. So that's about all for this topic, but if you have any questions or comments, please let me know.